Ever wonder where these Break for Turtles bumper stickers come from? Well, they're available free from Turtles Kingston, a local organization whose mission is to protect turtles within Kingston and the surrounding area. My guest is Turtles Kingston Director Tara Bauer. She'll tell you how to get that bumper sticker and lots more about why you should love turtles. So, hello, Tara.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So tell us more about Turtles Kingston.
Yeah, so Turtles Kingston was started in 2018 by Mabon Armstrong, and since then we've been educating the community. We've got a couple programs out there to help injured turtles that you might find on roads. We've got programs out there to help protect turtle nests, and we've just in the last couple years been growing and growing and growing. We're actually having our 4th Turtle Awareness Day this year as well on May 24th, and I wanted to come and talk about turtles in what seems like a weird time to talk about turtles because the turtle season is approaching fast.
What is the turtle season?
So the turtle season, or what we call it at Turtles Kingston, is essentially the period that turtles are going to be active on the land. So that's when they're not overwintering and brumating in water. They'll come up, they'll bask, they'll basically move around a lot more, which means you're going to be interacting with them more, especially living in Kingston and the surrounding area, because we have tons of habitat for them here. So they are everywhere.
And April, May is kind of an important time period.
Yeah. So our turtle season starts April, May. That's when they really start getting active. That's when the temperatures come up, but you can see them now. As early as March, our little turtle hatchlings that decided to spend the winters in the nest. So they'll hatch in the autumn, but then some species of turtles will decide to spend the winter in the nest as little hatchlings, and they'll emerge in the spring. So anywhere from March to June is when those little hatchlings might be coming out.
I was taking a look at your website. Apparently turtles can build nests in driveways?
Yeah. So if you have, not a paved or a concrete driveway, if you have a gravel driveway and you're near a habitat of turtles and it's not super duper compacted, so more on the edges, that's the perfect nesting material for turtles. So they start nesting the end of May through August. They'll search for any place that they deem suitable, which tends to be loose gravel, sand, loose soil. I've seen them nest in the wood chips, just like mulch material before, and they will nest in grass, but it's not their favorite. So they're looking for these locations, and if you have a gravel driveway or a gravel pathway or the edge of a shoulder of the road, those are perfect turtle nesting spots.
And I guess some turtles are more land kind of turtles, and some are more water turtles.
Yeah.
So in terms of nesting.
Yeah, so all of our turtles in Kingston are freshwater aquatic turtles. So they spend most of their time in the water, but you're right, there are a couple species that spend a lot of time on land. So there are 8 different turtles in Ontario. 2 of them, okay, I'm gonna say there are a couple I don't know a lot about because we have 5 of those 8 species in Kingston, so I can tell you tons about those.
Okay.
The other 3 we don't find in our area. So the one in our area that spends a lot of time on land is the Blandings turtle. It likes to spend a lot of time in the wood, and it actually can travel up to about 15 kilometers on land, so it has a very large range. All the turtles, regardless of if they like to spend time in the water or more time on land, they all nest on land. So they may be nesting close to water bodies, they may be nesting several kilometers away from water bodies. You can find a turtle in Kingston almost anywhere because we have so much habitat. We have the Great Lakes, we have beautiful wetlands, we have rivers and small ponds. Everywhere is a turtle habitat as long as there's water within a couple kilometers.
So if there's a nest that's on land,
Yeah.
right? How do these little hatchlings find their way back to water?
It's all intuitive, or they get turned around and they never make it. So our turtles, we have a couple species in front of us here. We have our Midland painted turtle and our snapping turtle. They'll lay anywhere from a handful to a couple dozen eggs. So our snapping turtle can actually lay up to 100 eggs. It's not the common number, but those turtles will hatch, and then they typically have a 6th sense about what direction to go. We have seen occasionally they will be traveling in the other direction, but that's kind of their evolutionary way to combat the fact that they don't mother their young, is they just reproduce a ton of them and hope that some survive.
Hope for the best.
Yeah.
So if you find a nest on your property, what's the plan?
Yeah, so if you see a nesting turtle, keep your distance. That's the biggest thing. Keep your dogs away, keep your children away. 10 meters is what we say. Even approaching closer than that, the mother turtles, they have a sixth sense. They know that you're around and they'll stop nesting. And so we don't want to interfere with that. So you can watch them from a distance, use like a zoom camera. If you need to, you can approach quickly from behind and then back off. If you don't see the mother nesting, you're never going to know there's a turtle nest there. So that's the fun thing, is that's one of their other ways that they try and make sure their hatchlings survive, is they cover it really well. So it looks like they were never there. If you see them nesting, then you can protect the nest with a nest protector. So we sell nest protectors through Potter's Nursery. They're going to be a reduced price this year. Normally we sell them for $20. This year we're selling them for quite a significant amount less. And they're just a couple 2x4s with some mesh on top that prevent predators from reaching to get them. And that's all you need to do. Please do not dig up any nests. Please do not investigate. I know that we get really intrigued and interested in these turtles and invested in their outcome. I mentioned earlier that some of those turtles actually spend the winter in the nest. So if you don't see the hatchlings come out in the autumn, just stay hands off. They may still be in there, and we need to make sure that we don't compromise their chances of survival by interfering.
Right, because some of these turtles are endangered.
Yeah, so all of our turtles are species at risk. So that's essentially the list that tells you, are they special concern, are they threatened, are they endangered, are they extirpated, which means they're basically extinct in a location, but they exist in the world, or are they extinct? And all of our turtles are on there somewhere. So our local turtle that's the most at risk, or the closest to becoming extinct, is the Blandings turtle.
World Turtle Day is May 23rd.
Yeah, it is, which is just 2 days before our Turtle Awareness Day, because it didn't land on a weekend.
And actually, also on your website, there's a lot of information about special events. You have a lot of educational
Yeah, we
programs.
have lots of events coming up this year. So our biggest one, and the first big one that we have, is May 24th. It's our Turtle Awareness Day. We'll be down at Confederation Park from 11 till 3 p.m. Drop by, say hi, learn about turtles, interact with our models. We'll have some art stuff going on. We'll have a little passport and activities for little kids. Just a great day to learn about turtles. But we also have Turtle Trials, which is our in-person active kids activity where you actually get to walk through a life cycle of a turtle. We're offering that twice in June, so on June 8th and 22nd. And then we're going to be here and there all over the place at a couple other people's events as well.
Actually, yeah, your website is a great source of information about turtles in the Kingston area, and about special events that anyone can attend to learn more about turtles.
Yep.
So the other thing, you can also donate to Turtles Kingston, or become a volunteer, and that's all on the website.
All on the website and our social media. Yeah, we're looking for volunteers right now to help us. We have a turtle monitoring location that we have. We're looking for people to help us monitor and protect turtles in that area. We're looking for drivers to help us with injured turtles. So if you ever find a turtle on the side of the road that's injured, you can help that turtle get to Sandy Pines Wildlife Center where they rehabilitate it. They're in Napanee, so sometimes you don't have the hour detour to go to Napanee and come back. So our volunteer drivers help us by making that trip for people who find injured turtles. And instead, what you have to do is just take it to a participating vet. And we have a bunch of vets in Kingston. We have one in Amherst View and one up in Sydenham that will take injured turtles and just hold them and wait for those volunteers to come and move them.
Okay, well, thank you for coming in and giving us all this great information about turtles. And hopefully people will check out your website.
Thank you so much. And be aware of turtles coming up very soon. The turtle season is upon us.
Thank you, Tara.